Hi, I'm Linda Matthews, and in this video I'll be showing you how to use my junk journal templates to make your own unique junk journal pages and other elements using Photopea. Photopea is a photo editing program that's available for free online. This program looks identical to Photoshop and has most of the same types of tools. However, Photopea has a more streamlined interface, and I think that this feature makes it easier and more intuitive to use. It's quite easy to follow a Photoshop tutorial using Photopea because almost all of the steps are identical. There are two options for using Photopea. The free version does have ads showing down the side. However, if you prefer not to see these ads, you can sign up for a very reasonable monthly fee to have them removed. To get started with Photopea, go to www.photopea.com and the program opens right there in your browser. There's no need to log into an account unless you want to make one. You can open your files in different ways. On the main menu, select File, Open, then browse to the folder where your files are stored, select the PNG template file, then click Open. Alternatively, you can simply drag the file out of its folder and onto the editing screen. Once you have one image in place, you can either open other files in separate tabs, or you can easily add multiple files into the same document. I'm using a page template with torn edges. These junk journal templates make it super easy to create junk journal pages and elements and ephemera in no time at all. To open files on separate tabs, on the main menu select File, Open, then select the files that you want to open. When selecting multiple images, hold down the Control key on Windows or the Command key on Mac and select all the images, then click Open. As you can see, all the files have opened on separate tabs. You can then use the Copy and Paste commands on the main menu, Edit Copy and Edit Paste, to copy and paste all the files onto the main document. You could also use keyboard shortcuts Control or Command A to select, Control or Command C to copy, and Control or Command V to paste. To open multiple files as layers on the same document, on the main menu select File, Open and Place, then select the files. Alternatively, you can just drag the files out of the folder and onto the document. The layers work in exactly the same way as Photoshop and Photoshop Elements. To move the layers, simply drag them into position. When using these templates, move the digital paper to a layer underneath the template layer. You can also layer other overlay templates on top. When working with multiple layers, make sure to deselect the Auto Select option on the top left of the menu bar, otherwise it's difficult to move the other layers. I'm using a coffee stain overlay template and two stitched edge overlay templates to add additional effects to this junk journal page. These overlays can be resized and positioned using the resizing handles. If you wish to remove a section of the overlays, you can add a layer mask by clicking the layer mask icon located at the bottom of the panel on the right. Then select the brush tool and select a round brush. The brush tool options in Photopea are located on the narrow panel on the right side. To open the panel, click on the brush icon and select the brush and adjust the size. Make sure black is selected as the foreground color, then run the brush over the areas that you want to remove. You can also reduce the opacity of a layer by using the opacity slider. Select the layer and adjust the opacity slider located on the panel menu. I'm adjusting the opacity of the coffee stain layer down to 50% to make a lighter stain. Once you've finished designing, save the file to your desktop. You can save the file as a layered PSD file, which is a Photoshop file, so you can open the file at a later time and continue editing the layers. From the main menu, select File, Save as PSD. Browse to the folder on your desktop where you want to save the file and click Save. To save the file as a flattened JPEG file, select File, Export As, then select JPG. Make sure the quality is set to 100, then click Save. The file is automatically downloaded to the Downloads folder on your desktop. You can also save the file in PDF format so that it's easy to print. If the file is in horizontal format like this one, you may want to rotate it to vertical format first. From the main menu, select Image, Transform, Rotate 90 degrees. To save in PDF format, from the main menu select File, Export as PDF. Make sure the quality is set to 100 and the Rasterize All option is checked. Click Save and the file will automatically download to the Downloads folder on your desktop. In a similar way, you can also use the vertical templates, such as this Junk Journal Cards template. Open the PNG template, then add your digital papers and move them to layers underneath the template layer. Click the little eye icon to hide the layers until you need to work with them. You can use one digital paper to create your design, or you can use multiple papers and position them within the individual elements. You can resize the papers by using the resizing handles, and you can move the papers around the document to position them. To hide any overlapping papers, add a layer mask, select the Brush tool, select a brush from the brush panel on the right, and resize the brush. Make sure that black is selected as the foreground colour, then brush over the areas that you want to hide. When working with lots of layers in Photopea, you may experience some lag. This will be very dependent on your internet connection and the system settings of your computer. If you have an older computer with not much power, or you have a poor internet connection, you may have to be a bit patient with things. However, Photopea is a great option if you don't want to or can't afford to use Photoshop, and it has all the tools that you need to get the job done easily and quickly.